Yeah, you got it.
I just want to say shout out to us, shout out to Kentucky for a good game. We brought it from the jump, but also Arkansas, they brought the intensity. It was a really good game from start to finish, and it was a really fun environment to play in. But shout out to us for getting that dub. Any questions? Questions? Yeah.
Coach, you joked up for that Ole Miss game about the first half struggles and how you finally got a halftime lead, jumped out to a crazy start tonight. How did that feel to finally accomplish that and have it trickle over to the second half?
I'm happy for our guys. Our guys were really intentional the last couple of days. Together with the staff, they changed some of our routine, which I think these guys can comment on, see if it helped at all. In practice the last 2 days, we had a huge emphasis on a first 4 minutes, 6 minutes of a scrimmage each day, and the guys really worked. It's hard in practice to simulate the intensity of a game, but these guys really tried to do that, and so it really came from our team and our staff of figuring out a better way to approach this. And it doesn't guarantee that we're not going to have slow starts, but it certainly was a credit to our guys for being ready to go from the tip tonight. I thought they were terrific.
Mark, 3 technicals in 38 seconds. They take the lead briefly. The gym gets probably twice as loud as it had been all night. What did you think of your guys' composure from that point on to stay in it and stay in the game and obviously win?
Yeah, so I would like to clean up all 3 of those technicals. I'd like to clean them up. I'd like us to have just a tiny bit more discipline. But what I love about that stretch is the guys' fight and determination. And so even with the 3 techs happening back to back to back, I felt like it was coming from exactly the right place in our team, that we are searching for that core of like fight and like undaunted competitive spirit. And it just overflowed a tiny bit, but we felt right. We felt right. The techs were after like really extraordinarily competitive plays, and so we definitely have to be a little more disciplined. But the gym felt good at that point. It felt like, man, these guys are here to fight, and so yes, we can clean up a little bit, but I wouldn't trade the heart of it for anything. We just got to be just a tiny bit more disciplined.
Mark, you guys only had 7 turnovers tonight. I mean, they didn't have many either, but just how valuable was that with the way Arkansas can get out on the fast break, taking care of the ball?
It was really important. They're the second most points per game in transition of any team in the country. They're great in transition, and so it helped us to make a few shots early. That certainly helped us. But our guys' diligence in protecting the ball. So in the first half, actually, Arkansas did a great job getting deflections and earning some 50-50 balls, and we won most of them. And some of that's good fortune, and some of it's our guys being loose enough and intense enough to go get them. But those 50-50 balls we won in the first half were massively important because it saved some of those transition possessions. So it's one of the things that Arkansas does best, and we managed it tonight the best probably that we could have.
Mark, on that note, Trent was one of the main people that contributed to that 9 and 7. Was there anything that he didn't practice or anything to suggest that something like this was coming for him?
Yeah, I think these guys would say the same thing. And when we came to the gym this morning, sometimes you see guys' eyes up, and it looked like Trent thought the rims literally were like 7 feet wide. Did you guys feel that from him?
Yeah, no, he was feeling good for sure.
And Trent's got a great physicality about him, and he's a great ball protection guy, and he was great on the glass for us tonight. We talk about clean 15 is one of our concepts on the glass, and he was huge. He had 2 big defensive rebounds early in his first rotation, and you kind of felt like, oh, he feels right.
Mark, what can you say about your team, your players' resilience after as things went Tuesday to bounce back and get this kind of win, hand Arkansas their first home loss of the season?
Yeah, I talked to, we're on a journey. And it might not be the journey that anybody anticipated, whatever. But I love it. I'm telling you, I've never coached a team like this. To be dead and buried like we were, and to take all the heat and hate that these guys have taken, and then just keep saying, you know what, doesn't matter. We're coming back, man. We're coming back. and it's, in all fairness, some of it's been self-inflicted, right? But the guys are just like, we're coming back. And this performance tonight from our guys, their intentionality and focus in this game, shorthanded. We're down to really, really limited rotation right now, and with all the stuff for them to come here and do this is, I'm just like, I keep saying this. I don't really say it I didn't say it after we got cooked by Vandy, but I've said this a lot, like, don't miss it, man. Because, like, this for what it is, if we could just take this for what it is, it's pretty, what these guys did tonight was awesome.
Mark, two-parter about each of these guys. Just first off, the defense on Darius, especially in the first half, and especially Otega, just what did you think of that?
Yeah.
And then Malachi coming out in the second half, it just seemed like he was kind of always in the mix under the basket.
Yeah, I mean, Otega is he is on his way, man, to proving that he is one of the best in the country, guarding everybody. And Darius Acuff is as good a player as there is in the country. He's special, man. Like, I'm a huge fan of his. I think he's really incredible. And Otega's effort. You know, you think about it, Otega has so much that he has to do for this team. He played 38 minutes tonight. He's got to do everything on the offensive end, the defensive end, and if you ask him, he does all the coaching also. So he just is. I'm really happy for him. You know, he's working really hard. And Malachi Moreno it's fun to watch him grow. Malachi's at a place right now where we're trying to find ways to force feed him the ball because he's making such good decisions. And you walk into this gym with all the build up and all of our, like, you know, this dramatic roller coaster ride we've been in, and all the uncertainty, and you know, we're play calling for Malachi to put the ball in his hands in the post early at the first play of this game in a really complicated decision-making process where he's actually got a progression of reads that I've actually never asked a big to do exactly this way, and his poise was unbelievable. And so he felt like the biggest guy on the court today. His presence was really special, and so I'm proud of both these guys.
Otega, going off of that, you've only had 2 conference games now without 20 points. How does it feel to be the guy on Kentucky and lead your team to big ones like today?
It feels good. You know, anytime we get in the win column, you know, I'm happy regardless of what I put up. For real, I just try and go out there and, you know, have a super high motor. I feel like if I do that, you know, I could help put the team in a good position to win. And, you know, like I said, anytime we get in the win column, it's just an amazing feeling. So I'm just grateful for it.
Otega, this one's also for you. I mean, you've played in so many college games. Where does this one rank just on the intensity scale? Because it just seems like both teams were really going at it, and the officials had to kind of separate it a few times.
Yeah, I can only speak for, you know, recent games, so I'll say this is definitely up there. You know, I say top 2. Yeah, top 2.
What's the other one?
I know what it is.
I say Tennessee. That one was pretty good. Well, we've had a couple actually, so
We got a lot of
we have a lot of, you know,
We have a lot of drama.
nail biters.
He
So
just like it because
maybe
he got the game winner.
I thought he was going to say last year Oklahoma.
Ooh, see, we got a lot of nail biters, so I
Or
can't
SEC tournament.
I can't categorize them all.
Yeah.
But this one was definitely up there. It was really fun.
Is he allowed to say that?
You a dog.
Mark, you guys hit 11 of your first 13 shots, and then in the second half you shot 61% from the field. I guess just offensively, was there anything you guys were doing to generate good looks, or was it just kind of shots were just falling today?
I thought our guys were pretty disciplined. And listen, you know, we made more shots in the first 12 minutes than we did at Vandy. That was really helpful for us. But I thought our guys did a great job. They had some real poise. I'm telling you, if you go back and watch the first possession and you watch Malachi's decision-making in the very first possession, our guys' willingness to kind of do a weak side progression, a top progression, and then kind of finish it up, it was good. Like, our guys had a little bit of a poise about them. And you know, I'm going to say it's because of their commitment to, like, practicing getting to an emotionally peaked place to start the game that it felt a little more comfortable. We'll see how that bears out, but I was proud of these guys' effort for doing it, and I think when you do that, it gives you a better chance to make shots. I think the guys, you know, it wasn't a huge assist game for us. We only had 11 assists, but it was guys making plays to put other people in positions where they could actually go to work with an advantage, and so I think guys did a nice job tonight earning stuff for each other.
Mark, with the adversity you faced this season, to come into this environment, this team, play like you did and fight like you did, What does that say about you as a coach, and what's it say about this team?
I don't think it says much about me as a coach, but I think it says a lot about our guys. This is a you know, we are, you know, I think we're an SMH team right now. Shake my head a little bit in a beautiful way. Like I love every. Is that too old? That was like 10 years ago. Sorry, I'm dated. Blame that on the Pope girls. They're supposed to keep me more up to date. But I love it. I'm really blessed to be able to coach these guys, and they just keep. You know, they just keep finding a way to fight back, and it doesn't matter how much is. You know, we talked about this a couple of days ago. We talked about, you know, everybody has feelings, and feelings are important. But so what? We're gonna go do our job. We're gonna go be great, and these guys they just continue to inspire, man. They're just like, heap it on, like heap on the hate and heat and all the other stuff, and these guys keep answering the bell, and it's pretty fun to be a part of, man. It is awesome. It's awesome, and. In that sense, we'll see. I think we have a great future this season, and I think we're going to win a lot of games and have an epic run. And maybe the story about this team is going to be even more important than that with what they're doing right now. It's pretty awesome.
Last one.
Mark, like you said, you've been in a bunch of wars that have gone on this season so far. And what do you think the qualities from this team so far can translate maybe in March in the second half of the season?
Yeah, it was, you know, well, we're not going to be in any situations we haven't seen for sure. Because we managed to do that. I'm happy. You know, when we put this team together, and granted, our roster is so different than it was 5 months ago. But you know, when we were working out in the summer, the thing that stuck out to me was our team's competitive spirit. Like we just had this beautiful competitive spirit. It was awesome. And then for maybe 100 different reasons, it just felt like we were having a tough time getting it out in games. And then you think about these guys' last 7 games, and you think about their competitive spirit. Like it's epic. I don't know if I've been on a 7-game stretch where guys have shown more self-destructiveness and incredible resilience in a stretch, and it's awesome. It's really fun. So I think it says a lot about our guys' character and their refusal to kind of stop, and it's inspiring. I think it's really inspiring.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay, appreciate you guys.